So if you go to your weapons and go to a loadout, you can actually create a class before jumping into the zombies mode. Make sure to have all the viable attachments. You can copy my loadout for the Peacekeeper Mark 1. It's up to you. Dedicated melee weapon, and we had a field upgrade. You can pick between Dark Flare, Energy Mine, Fringy Guard, Toxic Growth, Healing Aura. These just kind of help you stay alive more longer and benefit your co-op or your solo experience. You can pick Tactical or Lethal. And then the Gobblegum pack can be very overpowered. All right, guys, this is going to be your ultimate guide of the Black Ops 7 beta, which is the zombies and Vandorn barn. So as soon as you spawn in, we need to restore power, clear the infestation off the power pump. So I recommend killing a few of the zombies here and try to save one particular zombie so we can actually focus on destroying these spores. So if we don't destroy these spores actually fast enough, they will actually regrow, and we actually have to wait until a few more minutes to actually shoot these spores once after they've been regrown. So now shoot these as fast as possible here. Then the final one, make sure to have a full magazine. I'm going to shoot the top here just like this, and there we go. Then after it's been destroyed, this tube will kind of light up and that power will be kind of on. Then it says restore power, flip the power switch. Now we need to head into this barn over here to the southeast, and we need to purchase this door for 2,000 essence. In the meantime, just kill a lot of zombies and just gather as much points. You can also switch to your dedicated melee weapon. You can hold V on PC. You can switch to your melee weapon. You can also do some critical hits with your melee weapon to get more points, just like this. Once you have enough points, make sure to purchase the store for 2,000, or if you're playing co-op, you can actually pay half and your other teammate can pay the other half. Purchase the door, and we're just going to head upstairs. We're going to turn a 180. Then the power switch will be right here. So once we turn it on, you have access to everything on the map. So now this is where you need to get set up. You need to gather as much points as possible and open up the rest of the map. There is a green wall by over here to the right side of the spawn area, which is the Echo 12, which is a automatic shotgun, which costs 1,000 essence. To purchase ammo, you will find this kind of ammo cache. You will see these floating bullets. You can actually purchase and refill your ammo for 250 essence, and depending what pack-a-punch your gun is, that is the cost of the ammo. Also, a good tip, if you go over here onto this trash can and wait for it to wiggle and just give it a few seconds here, smack it, then basically you can throw a grenade at it, or you can give it your weapon that you don't want, and it will drop you loot, even extra salvage, to upgrade the rarity of your weapon, which is very huge to do more damage inside of Black Ops 7 as zombies in the beta. So on the right hand side, we have our Gobblegums, which kind of enhances our gameplay here. We can give like a perkaholic, which gives us extra perks. All the perks, we have Soda Fountain, which once you buy a perk, you get an extra perk. Then Hidden Power, we get instant legendary rarity. So the Gobblegum machine will always be right here, and we can actually earn specific Gobblegums inside of the game just by playing the game, which is very nice. So we do have the Ravengers, which is the new enemy type inside of Black Ops 7 zombies. They're quite annoying, and sometimes they will drop you actually salvage because they turn a different color throughout your match, and that means they're actually going to eat up your loot and actually give you some crazy loot actually. But the Ravengers are also good for eating your weapons, and you basically want to kill them before they actually do that because they can give you some actually crazy salvage. So I've got to decent rounds before, and they actually dropped me salvage before, and they just ate my loot, and they just dropped it. I don't know if it's a bug, but it's actually pretty cool. So I think it's a really good addition to the game. All right, so as soon as we come out of spawn, we're just going to head into the barn, which is the pack-a-punch room. If we head downstairs, which is down here, we also have a tier 2 armor that you can purchase. And if we come over here specifically, we have the arsenal machine, which you can actually upgrade to a specific ammo mod, which is Dead Wire, Napalm Burst, Cryo Freeze, Brain Rods, Shadow Rift, and Fireworks. I would highly recommend getting Fireworks. And the weapon variety, we have the uncommon, the rare, and epic, and legendary, which these increase the damage and what rarity your weapon is. That's how much damage you're going to do to the zombies, which that is very important. So you need to upgrade your weapon as fast as possible to do even more damage, which is highly recommended. So there is 2 spawns for the armor, which one is down here downstairs next to the arsenal machine, which is right here. Then we come up here next to the power tubes. We open the store for 2,000. The left side of the mystery box will be another purchasable level 2 armor vest. And the good thing is, once you purchase this blue armor vest, it's going to immediately upgrade to a level 3. So you don't need to go to a spot that already has a level 3 armor plate. As soon as you buy a tier 2, it's going to automatically upgrade to a tier 3. So if I purchase this right now, watch, immediately upgrades to a purple rarity. So we can actually save up 10,000 essence, and upgrade to a instant 3-play armor, which is a fantastic upgrade. In the meantime, between round 7 and 10, I like to save up as much points as possible, and this is where I like to kind of save towards perks and pretty much save as much points as possible. So to get access to your perks, we're gonna go into the first house here with the kind of floating objects. I'm gonna purchase a store for $2,000, and we have some zombies walking around here, or crawling, I should say. We're gonna go up the stairs around the corner, and there we go. We have the Wonder Fizz, which the Wonder Fizz usually spawns in around 25, but in this particular game, since it's a survival map, it's in this game instantly. So you can buy any perks you want, and you can go with anything you want. I would highly recommend going for Juggernog or Speed Cola, so you don't get slowed down by reloading, so you can do more damage and shoot more bullets. Which the only new perk is in here, which is a Wisp T, which has this kind of floating blue orb that floats around you and gets zombie kills, but it's really not that good. But we just need to wait to the full launch of the game and actually see what the game has to offer with the augments. But with the mystery box, you'll see a bright blue beam in the sky, and that indicates where the mystery box is. And I would highly recommend hitting the mystery box a lot in this game, because the goal is to have a good solid weapon, and a great weapon trying to work your way up is not really ideal unless you're doing the side Easter egg. But there is some chunky attachments here, but I think it's very ideal to hit the mystery box a lot to go for a wonder weapon. The ray gun or any type of ray gun Mark II is going to be your best friend for high rounds, because the ray guns, the wonder weapons itself on this map, do incredible damage against zombies and also zombie bosses, which it's crucial for getting insanely high rounds and surviving a lot more longer. You can actually, you can start with your weapon and upgrade it from there, but it's going to take more longer. And if you actually hit the mystery box, you're actually going to go for a weapon that you're actually good for you. It's higher rarity. But if you guys want to use the weapon that you already have, just save up as much salvage as possible. You can use a suppressor, which gives you more salvage, and then just upgrade your weapon to its max potential, but it's going to take longer to get that done. Like you see here, I have a blue rarity, and it's doing a lot more damage. Insta kill, it's going to instant kill zombies here, just like this. It's going to pretty much annihilate everything. We have bonus points, which gives us additional extra 500 bonus points, which is kind of amazing, actually. So over here, we do have the Rampage Inducer, which the round accelerant increases at difficulties. Activate this Rampage Inducer. So once you activate it, the zombies are going to be running at you, sprinting at you, and pretty much going bananas. So if you want a harder version of what you're playing right now, Rampage Inducer is going to be the right thing to choose for you, which it's really good for getting high rounds very quickly at fast rates. Once you get that break between rounds, that's when zombies actually spawn in more fast. So we have a purple Ravager there, which can spawn in actual loot for you, and they actually like eat it, like just like that. And popping stems is really crucial for this. Stems is really ideal for this, because stems is going to be your best bud through getting these high rounds, which I love it. So once you finish the special round, it'll give you a max ammo. So this is Rampage Inducer. As you see here, the zombies are kind of sprinting pretty quickly here, and they will hit for harder. So before you activate this bad boy, make sure you're actually experienced with zombies and not just activate it not knowing what it is, because new players are not going to know what Rampage Inducer is, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So we're going to have to come over here, deactivate it, and then once you know it's deactivated, all the kind of electricity around the round number is going to be kind of disappear, and that's when you know you're back to regular mode, which is fantastic. So now we can go back to killing zombies, and we can kind of chill and relax and save up our points here. We also have double points, which kind of doubles our points. It says that in its name. You get a kill and we get more points for it, which is amazing. So if you get double points, pick it up as you can and try to get as much kills as possible, because it's going to ramp up your essence and just be able to purchase more and help you survive more. So once we go into this barn on the left hand side of the spawn, come up the stairs, and here is the pack punch machine, which this increases damage and ammo capacity for whatever weapon you're holding. So 5,000 essence, we're gonna pack the punches, baby, and also gives you a badass camo to rock with, and it's very cool. And there's 3 different pack a punch levels you can actually do. The first one is 5,000, the second one is 15,000, and the third one is 30,000, which each perishable upgrade to 1 through 3 will dramatically increase the damage dealt through your weapon, which is very huge. But as you progress rounds, I would highly recommend hitting the mystery box and getting that ray gun, because you're going to need it. As you see here, my pack a punch weapon is actually doing a very good damage here, which I still need to upgrade my rarity. I go to the artisanal machine, upgrade to a green rarity here, because look at this damage. We're about to increase our damage here, and watch out when you maneuver around these areas, because these side areas can be very risky on high rounds, because you can get cornered and die very easily. So we're doing so much more damage now, so now we can be able to survive much longer. It's round 12. We're actually doing the damage that we're supposed to be doing, which is amazing. Make sure to pick up all the salvage that is dropped on the ground. That is very crucial for this, because we use that to upgrade the rarity of our weapon or purchase any ammo mods, which is very, very amazing. I mean, actually do more damage to the armored zombies, which are very crazy at high rounds. Look at this damage. You also get to level up our weapons too. So if you're a multiplayer person, you can also go into there. So now we're just destroying all these zombies here. We have another insta kill, so we can kind of just get all these kills just like this. And there we go. We also have a nuke, which wipes out all the zombies at once. So we grab the nuke. We do get additional points for it, which pops up on your screen there with the text on it. And then the round will end unless depending on how many zombies there are, the round will end. So the biggest thing to actually get the high rounds very quickly, and this is actually really fun to experience with new players. So there's a trap over here next to the barn. We activate it for 1000 essence, and we sit on top of this crate right here on top of this truck. We can basically just sit here, and this trap will kind of activate and just destroy everything around it. You can actually, if you get too close to it, actually bump you off. You can actually crawl under it and just let the zombies kind of get inside of it and just destroy everything around it, which is pretty cool. It drops a lot of salvage. It's really recommended for doing that, and I really love this trap. It's very highly recommended to use, even on solo players through co-op. It is very good. I even got to round 50 plus using this strat, and it's very useful, and it's actually kind of intimidating. There's also different wall buys around the map. Each round you increase these wall buys will increase its rarity. So if you find any blue weapons that you want, and if you have it pack a punch or you want a secondary weapon, you can actually buy a wall buy off the wall, which these rarities of these weapons will increase by the rounds. So I got a blue rarity here, so I should now be even doing more damage. Look at this damage now. This is amazing. So between, you know, round 1 through, 20, you really want to get your upgraded weapon here. But before round 10, or even after a little bit around 10, between round 10 or 15, you want to get that purchased your first pack a punch and get your weapon rarity kind of start to get rolling, because this is when the zombies are going to start being more beefier, and we need to make sure our armor plates are on so we don't get one tapped here, and just keep doing as much damage as possible here. As you see here, we're doing beautiful damage. It's round 14. We have a pack a punch 1 blue rarity, and we're absolutely doing amazing. So make sure you're working towards that rarity of your weapon and getting as much salvage as possible. Keep doing the side Easter egg and pick up all the salvage that we need. But once you know how to play zombies, you'll kind of get the idea down how to play it and how to get set up more quickly, so you don't kind of struggle on high rounds or even on your kind of high rounds. New players, high rounds are pretty difficult from 10 to kind of 25, because the range of the skill gaps in this game is pretty crazy, because, you know, players already know how to play the game. They don't really know. New players don't know how to really play the game because they're new players. So we need to kind of treat people how to play the game. And all the bad players inside of the game, we were in your shoes before. We don't, you know, we were bad at one point also. So don't feel bad if you're actually not decent at the game, because over time you will get better. But the most classic thing to do is, if you're struggling to kind of survive on higher rounds, but you have everything that you need, that you actually feel prepared for to actually kill these zombies, basically, you can just train these zombies. Just keep running around this whole circle, around this whole area. And as you see here, I have a line of zombies. So just keep running around in circles here and just keep creating a massive circle. If you want to, you can activate this trap here and just go ham with the zombies, or you can just shoot them and you can just keep a line of horde of zombies behind you and just keep training them, basically. And that's how you get a lot of salvage and equipment and armor plates for high rounds, which is very useful. And as you see there, we went to immediately round 16. We also have the crafting table over here inside of the barn, which you could purchase a sub revive, which is up to 3 times. We have armor plates, which keeps you alive, and we have other score streaks, tactical and lethal. I would recommend keeping stems and stuff like that. And we have our first boss. We have Xerxes over here, which is our first boss inside of the match, which is round 16. So beehives will kind of spawn in with the bear. We need to shoot the weak points on Xerxes here, which is his spores on his body. That is his weak spots here. I'm going to purchase quick revive because I need that. We have max armor. Let's go ahead and get that. All right, we're going to do as much damage to his spores, so we can actually destroy the zombies off his body. And he does drop zombies off his bodies also if we don't shoot him fast enough here. All right, keep doing damage to him. Shoot his spores. You also shoot his spores coming out of him, so it doesn't hit you and do additional damage. Keep doing damage. There we go. We're not doing the best damage here, but it's getting the work done here. Look at that damage. Very beautiful. So keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. There we go. He's almost dead. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. I feel like you're going to get low. Pop that stem. That is very crucial. It's going to be your best friend. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. And he should be down for the count. Let's go, people. If you took down Xerxes by yourself, congratulations. You are now a zombies player. You're killing zombies like a pro player now. This is amazing. Look at this damage. Amazing damage. I love this. This is great. We also have this turret that you can actually purchase from the crafting table, or just pick it up off the ground loot. loot, and it's really not that good, but it's pretty cool, and I would use it if you have it, because it's why not? It's a mini turret that shoots bullets. Come on. All right, I'm gonna get Peck-a-Punch 2 because we are struggling on damage here. So I'm gonna get Peck-a-Punch 2 and just do as much damage as possible here. We're cleaning up this round, and Xerxes should be getting highly damaged here. Keep on damage, keep on damage. Let's activate the trap here. Keep on damage. Wow, watch for the zombies on the ground there. So we need to shoot these zombies, which are bees that can hit you here. If you don't destroy them, they will kind of do additional damage to you. All right, Xerxes is not too happy with me right now. Keep on damage, keep on damage. There we go. Peck-a-Punch 2 is doing lots of good damage here. Love to see it. And he is now dead. All right, I'm going to purchase some double tap here because double tap is going to increase our damage here. So Juggernog will give you extra health. Speaker will reload faster. Quick revive will make you regen health faster. Stamina up will make you run faster. Also having the ray gun, you need to use the PhD flopper because that's very useful for that. Deadshot daiquiri will make you hit headshots and do more damage. Wisp T will have this kind of floating orb that follows you and does additional damage to zombies, which isn't very good. But we just wait for the whole launch of the game to see what it actually does. We also have Elemental Pop, which kind of cycles to ammo mods through your weapon, doing crazy damage to zombies. Depth Perception lets you to see zombies through walls. Vulture's Aid increases the rarity of loot dropped for enemies. Melee Macchiato, you drink to replace a weapon gun butt with a deadly punch. Basically, if you get confused of what perks you want, it kind of tells you the description. But the top perks I like to use is Juggernog, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Stamina, PhD Flopper, Double Tap, and Vulture's Aid for that extra salvage, reload speed, health, and movement and damage, which is a good combination. All right, I'm going to upgrade to a purple rarity because we're kind of struggling on damage here. So in the meantime, around 23 plus, this is when it starts to get hard, usually around like 25 plus. But start hitting the box and try to get the ray gun, man. You're gonna need the ray gun very quickly here, but it's gonna be very difficult to get a ray gun because you basically need RNG luck. The ray gun is not really acquired. Mostly it's gonna be using the trap for high rounds, but I think the ray gun is very useful trying to get those high rounds. We just got a nuke, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna pop this nuke over here, and then I'll grab the insta kill here in a second here. So I'm gonna hit the box, see if we can actually get a ray gun because we're actually gonna need that. Also, using your stuns and get Xerxes will actually stun him, allowing you to do more additional damage here, which is very useful. So after it fades away, we're gonna throw another stun here. Just keep doing damage here. The stun is actually very good for this. Look at us. We are stunning him like crazy right now, doing lots of damage here. Shoot his weak points here. Reload and keep doing damage here. There we go. Damage, damage, damage. He is almost dead. There we go. He's down. Easy takedown with the stun grenades. And I'm still using this trap around 24. But around 25 plus, this is when it's going to start getting difficult. That's when the zombies are going to start running more, doing more hits against you. It's going to increase the zombies' damage here, which is going to not be good. We just need to get that ray gun, man. The ray gun is going to be crucial for high rounds. But as you see here, the bullet weapon is actually pretty good on around 25 plus. I'm not having an issue at all. It's doing quite a bit of damage here. But once you get on high rounds, like 30, 40, 50 plus, that's when it starts to kind of be difficult on weapon damage. That's why you need the ray gun, because once you're on high rounds, the double gas will start spawning in, and the ray gun is really good for those bosses. So make sure you actually try to at least get a ray gun. Then hopefully one of your teammates, if you're playing co-op, has a ray gun also. Also make sure to get that tier 3 armor once you have invested it in a lot of money. Anyway, once you're ready, if you get to a high enough round, we can actually do an expo, which is this little kind of telephone thing over here. And we need to kind of take him down very quickly here with our ray gun. I'm gonna pop my field gray here, do as much damage as possible. There is a small circle that you need to stay in here. Just keep doing damage. You don't need to stay in that area, but you can move around here. And we're just going to do as much damage to Xerxes as possible with our ray gun, because the ray gun is just so good for this. And then we're going to keep doing damage here. Damage, 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 damage. Please die. He's not dying. He's almost dead. Please die. There we go. He's dead. And once you have finished that, you can kind of expo, and my game is bugged, so I can't expo. I'm going to just end my match. So there's that.